Greetings everybody. So for this tutorial video, which was a bit unusual, I've had people actually ask me about it. This is for AFK leveling. Going forward, it is not using any sort of cheat software or botting software or macroing software at all. It is actually very simple, and it's how I do it. General basis of it is to go to a proper XP spot with a proper group. I'll be hiring a team specifically for a version 7 area, but I will also show you the version 5 and version 6 area that they would work decently in as well. The team that I'll be using of support AI is basically they are self-sufficient. So we'll head over to the team shop square here. So, for the first one, it's got to be a priest. Again, this is the safest and easiest method. It is extremely rare for this particular configuration to ever wipe. Keep in mind that when you're AFK leveling like this, again, I'll show you how it's done exactly. Okay, you're going to be checking back every 2 to 4 minutes. And then all you do is come back, go to the next mob, engage, go back to watching Netflix or playing a game. More on that a little bit later, actually, since there's something very important on that. So, for the first one, we're going to go for the priest. Now, we want fire resist, 2 stars, and death guard, 2 stars. The selection is, of course, limited. Not many people has the 100% resist for fire. We go with whichever one of the selections she looks best. She's not the usual priestess I take, but I'm willing to bet the priestess I usually take either changed her equipment or she's not playing anymore. Many Japanese players take long breaks too. It's not unusual to take a year or longer break from Dragon Quest X. And since I'll be grinding later, I'll get her the full time duration. Now we got our priest. What do we want next? An armamentalist. Ah, so she's returned. She changed her outfit. She's usually the one I always seem to find for this, so go with her. Now, for the final one, you have 2 options. You can go with the Demon Sword Master. They're pretty good with AoE stuff. And if the mobs happen to cast some sort of buff, they'll take care of it. Me personally, I like to go with the Battle Master, simply because they have more raw single target damage. Swords, obviously. Now, a Battle Master with full fire resistance and death guard is going to be rare. Let's see if there's actually one. Not at all. Reason being, they're not using a shield, obviously. But partial fire resistance is better than none. Ah, she's the one I usually pick as well. She had an outfit change too. Let's see if there's any other selections. You usually want to go with somebody that's got pretty good right and left attack. HP and defense doesn't matter when it comes to the Battle Master. Yeah, she's still my go-to. She even got +4 Celis and Fairy. That can be quite expensive. And because it's expensive, that many are reluctant to go to the next sword, pretty much. Okay. I'll take Clank out. Put the Battle Master on to show mercy. Now, as for the Armamentalist, you may be thinking, okay, let's put him on show no mercy too. Never want to do that. Reason being, Armamentalists are prone to using Magic Burst when they are set to show no mercy. And that can be a problem, because if they're unable to get their MP back, then they're unable to do anything. And of course, do their most important task, which is to feed MP to the priest and the Battle Master. So keep them on fight wisely. Now for the heck of it, I'll change to one of my unleveled classes. Still got a lot of leveling to do. Again, I haven't had much time for Dragon Quest X lately. I'm very busy with a lot of things. Let's go with Mage. Obviously, at the end of the demonstration, before I log off, I always log off as Guardian. Okay. Now, if you have any equipment that I can wear, go ahead and put it on. Because it'll help in the long run. Angel Slime Hat, very important. It goes up to 115 now. So, once you're past 115, replace it. Not sure why that's empty. I must have put it away or something. Yeah, definitely put it away. I try not to keep rings and such I don't need on. So just go ahead and put that on. Okay. I've got to finish this. Firelight Jewel is important. You want to make sure you have that on. If you're leveling in the version 7 area. Now, first off, I'm going to show you the version 5 area. Why do I not go straight to version 7? Many reasons. For one thing, you could be a returning player that's coming back after a couple of years or so, and you only have up to version 5. You don't have version 6 or version 7. Perhaps you're a player who wants to just XP grind in version 5 for a good period of time before you move on to the next versions. Either way, again, well, since you guys already know this, there are some slight spoilers. If that's going to be a bother for you, go ahead and close the video now. For version 5 area, we go to Destio Dark Wilderness. Server you go to does not matter. Also keep in mind, you want to try to have your bags as freed up as possible because you will be picking up loot from these mobs that you're killing. And from anything that you happen to find sparkling on the ground. And then, of course, there are the ability orbs. Ah, it's raining. Of course it is. Well, you want to keep running all the time, and I gotta use my charge hours. I'm full on them again. Are your bonus orbs. I'm not gonna run one now, but you want to run this so you get double your XP in gold. You also want to purchase food, which you can buy from the marketplaces. Food can give you up to, I believe, 20% additional XP. Lasts for about 30 minutes. One piece of food has 5 uses. So, 2.5 hours. They do cost 40 to 50k gold, though, so unless you're scrapped for gold, or you really need to save up for gold for any reason, okay, unless that's going to be an issue, then please try to get that food, because that 20% bonus can be very helpful. You'd also get the bonus from the Angel Hat if you're within the level to use it. That, combined with the food and the bonus orb, and if you happen to get a XP scroll, which you can buy from the DQX Hiroba shop, that's the online shop marketplace for microtransactions, there is actually a scroll that goes for, I believe, around 700 or so yen? I think more than that, actually. It's about $9, but for 72 hours, that scroll will also give you double XP, and it stacks with everything. Angel Hat, scroll, food, XP orb, that'll all stack. If you're very daring, you can replace the priest with a superstar and keep them on fighting wisely. They'll heal, but they'll also try to apply their, I think it was Million Smile, to give another XP bonus. And I think that XP bonus adds another 20% or so. So you get all that, and you can level to 115 very quickly in version 5, 6, or 7. And then after that, without the Angel Hat, you can still level relatively quick. Depending on how you go about it and what version you're in, and what you're using, you can go from 115 to 133 within 5 to 7 hours of grind, maybe less. There are other XP spots that utilizes monster calls for faster, more efficient XP. The only problem with those spots is you need the monster calls to make them efficient. Thus, you'd have to have somebody with you that is not AI to use monster calls for you, or you do it yourself if you happen to just be leveling one of those two classes. Now I'm going to engage with this mob here. What you're targeting in the version 5 areas are those demons, the trolls, and if you go further to the east, wow, I still have something to do over there. There are these trikes that likes to summon others. Those are actually pretty good, and they drop a piece of loot that actually sells decently. Now we're going to engage one. You're going to hear the music go off because I'm going to be out-tabbed. Now I'm out-tabbed. I watch a movie, I play another game, so on and so forth. So basically I do that for a couple of minutes, and then I just come back in after a few minutes, or 1 or 2 minutes. And done. Huh, got a fame point. That's a given. Nobody's killing these anymore, so now they actually get fame points. I basically explained that probably a few times before. If you kill enemies that are rarely ever being hunted anymore, you actually get fame points for killing them for a certain amount of time. But yes, that's the version 5 area. Again, trolls, those guys, and the Triceratop kind of, well, the spiky guys to the east. Another thing you want to use when doing this, metal perfumes. You can easily get them from the casino and other places. Honestly, I've had to throw away stacks of these because I just get so many. But you want to keep me running these at all times, so that way you run into liquid metal slimes or even king slimes more often. That's where the advantage of having a demon sword master and possibly a scythe-wielding superstar. You'd rather forgo the shield protection for them in favor of a scythe. You just have to make sure that they have at least 50% fire resist while wearing a scythe. That's where the advantage of having those two could come in, because if you do run into a king metal slime or liquid metal slime, a demon swordsman scythe user and a superstar scythe user will have a much higher chance of killing them before they can run compared to a standard wand priest with a battle master. Of course, the ornamentalists will help too. It's just based on their personal crit ratings. Also, now and then, as you run around, make sure to collect sparklies. Those are the spiky ones I told you about before. Now, for the next place, we have to go back to Ultia for this. Now, while I'm trying to find my way there, because it's been a long while since I've been to this Wex place. I believe this is the race. Okay. If you are playing another game in the background while Alt-Tab, okay, you gotta understand, Dragon Quest X uses DirectX 9. And for some weird reason, even if you don't have Dragon Quest X focused, and you're on a completely different game, it's going to read your controller inputs. So if you need to use your controller or play another game while you're playing this at the same time, it's going to move you around and follow your button inputs. So if that does happen for you, because it definitely does happen for me, if you think it might happen to you, check for it. Because you could be hitting a bad button input that'll make you throw away something important. I haven't had it happen to me, but I've heard of people having that that's happened to. I think it was Sanctuary of Divine Relics 3. Now, the team members who grinded in this place, I did it for a little while. I believe they affectionately called it KFC. Yeah, it involves chickens. Now, because I have reshade going on, it is a little bright here. If I recall, there is a certain spot full of these chickens. I'm gonna see if I can find it. It's kind of a small island. It's elevated. There are other places with the chickens in this area. You just gotta find whichever one has them, because as soon as you kill one, another one just spawns. Should be somewhere around here. Not really chickens, more like, you know, just oversized, very angry birds. It's not those. There it is. Okay, 1 and 2. There's probably better spots for it. But you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 there. See, there's even somebody right here actually grinding on these. Now, these are great because they're pretty easy to kill, and they're worth quite a bit. And if you happen to get 2 of them in the same encounter, it's even better. Then again, you can just Alt-Tab, go AFK. They'll take care of it. It's doing the sizzle. Doesn't even do damage. Then I'm done. Now, if I had the bonus orb running and a XP scroll, that would have been about 62k XP. If I had the angel hat on, I think it would go up to around 90, maybe 110k or so, just for that one chicken. That one chicken they killed very easily. Now we'll go to the final place. This is the latest XP spot that is in the latest expansion. But who knows? Perhaps in version 7.1 or so, it could change. But so far, it's the best one for 2 reasons. 1, it is extremely plentiful. And 2, the monsters that you're going to be fighting are the constant same. Let's see here. It's nearby a town. Actually, there's a third thing. But the most important thing is they really only do literally 3 things. They attack, they nuke with fire, and they have a death curse. Sometimes they'll put up casting sugar. No, channel anger to do more damage. But since your Battlemaster should have around 40 to 60% fire resistance, and your Armamentalist and Priest will be completely fire immune, these monsters are pretty much helpless against them, as long as they all have maximum death guard. Alright, this is them right here. This is the premier XP spot everybody's using so far. AFK here, let them do their work. Keep in mind, even if you let's see, even if you come back and you're dead waiting for a revive, obviously your party can revive you for you. You still get the XP. Yeah, even if you're dead after battle, you still get the XP. It's just that then you'd have to hop back onto your dollar board, but again, tiny little minor inconvenience. The sparklies around this area. See, back in the game. Sparklies around this area can actually be quite a bit lucrative if you get lucky. Again, you can take risks with this and get a superstar instead of a priest. The superstar will heal, it will attack, debuff, and use Million Smile for more XP. It's totally up to you and what you're comfortable with. With a priest, you're ironclad to not wipe. Ever. Simply because the only thing they can do to the priest and the armamentalist is physical attacks, which is very weak to begin with anyway. Let's see, that was 3 of them. 48k for 3 of them. If you add scroll up, that should go to like over 90k. Food, it'll go well above 100k. Bonus orb, I think would go around, I think I saw it as about 120 to 130k or so. Then, of course, with the Angel Hat, it can go literally up to about 160 to 180k or so. It's been a long while since I did this. But this is the best XP grind that I've seen so far. Version 7.1 didn't really introduce any new area for XP. But I'm going to pay attention to it when version 7.2 comes around. And that is it. That is the AFK speed grind tutorial. Just keep in mind, again, you can either pick Demon Swordsman or Battle Master, depending on the kind of efficiency you want. Demon Swordsman will kill slower than a Battle Master, but a Demon Swordsman has a higher chance of killing any liquid or Metal King slimes that might appear. You gotta make sure you always put on your metal perfume, so that way you have metal slimes appearing more often. If you can afford to purchase food, do so. Never ever XP without any XP orbs. If you are out of XP orbs and you don't have any charge hours, take a break, go questing. You know, I typically like to do my XP grinds when I have at least 15 orbs. Minimum. Speaking of which... I have got to stop letting that spill over. That's what it's headed for now. Now you may be wondering, why don't I use it on metal tickets? Good question. So, since we're on that topic, the metal maze tickets. I'm sure some of you have used them before. They are great for quick bursts of XP. If you just don't have the time to grind or just don't feel like it. They even have express tickets where you just go straight to the end room, and depending on what XP buffs you get, you will get 499k XP every time. Thing is, truthfully, that is a waste of charge hours. It just is. Because unless they've increased that cap recently, and I haven't checked, because I haven't checked lately, 499k XP is the most you can possibly get in a single battle. Now, if they raise the cap on that to something better, like, let's say, 1,000,000 XP, then it would be worth it. Well, not as much. It would still be a faster, more expedient process if you don't feel like going out to grind. Or you just want to get in some quick XP real quick, or you're trying to level a vocation, a brand new vocation that you happen to like, up there as quickly as possible. I've got about 60 medal tickets stored away on my person. I got like 30 pair tickets. I just don't use them. I had no reason to, because I do the AFK leveling grind instead. But, again, they're great if you have them to just burn out XP real quick. As long as you're getting that full 499k, which to get that would require, unless you're using an angel hat, at least the XP scroll and a bonus orb, and possibly food as well. You should be able to get the full 499k XP from using the express metal tickets. The thing is, the XP you get from using the normal tickets, from killing the little slimes, it gets you about a good, depending on what you have buffed up, maybe a good 100k XP total going down that hall, but it takes time. And again, you saw what I was fighting there. You could get 120k or so XP fighting the version 7 enemies in one encounter. Who knows, Square Enix might raise how much XP those things give. I say, if you got them, use them, or better yet, turn them into metal pair tickets, so maybe you could help a friend along, or somebody new that's coming to the team that's struggling to level up. That's the gist of it. I hope this has been helpful for you all. I will see you guys next time.